Well, it's something many in Northeast Louisiana has talked about for many years now. When will Louisiana Tech make the move to the Sun Belt Conference? Well, the wait is finally over as Sun Belt CEOs invited the Dogs to the SBC on Monday, and just a day later, the Bulldogs accepted to officially become a full-time member. Not are the Dogs the perfect fit for the SBC geographically, but they're also bringing back some historic rivalries down the road.
I would like to officially announce that Louisiana Tech has accepted our offer to join the Sun Belt Conference.
You know, our signs we have all over the campus say renewing rivalries, and there are some deep rivalries that go back many, many years, more than 50 years with some. And that's great. We do have a history there, so we're all known entities. And I think that strengthens this move. It strengthens the partnership. Again, it just lays the foundation for us to elevate Sun Belt to be the premier G6 conference in America.
The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs are officially the newest members of the Sun Belt Conference. The Bulldogs were in the Sun Belt Conference from 1991 to 2001 before heading off to the Western Athletic Conference and then Conference USA. College football fans around Northeast Louisiana have long awaited an announcement like this, and Athletic Director Ryan Ivey says when the opportunity presented itself, it was a no-brainer.
The opportunity to be able to join this conference, I think it's something that we've talked about for a while, at least since I've been here, right? And talking about the future and what the vision is for Louisiana Tech athletics. We talked about having a bold vision, taking that step forward. I think this allows us to do that. It allows us to create some opportunities, renew some rivalries. I talked about it earlier, again, some of that good old-fashioned hate that makes college athletics great, right? That makes it fun. And so I think this is really, really important to us. And as we talked about, it is definitely going to be a monumental moment for us that we certainly look back on.
The Sun Belt has taken great pride in growing stronger and stronger as a conference. One of the reasons they have been so successful over the years starts with the conference's geographic makeup. Sun Belt Conference Commissioner Keith Gill says the addition of Louisiana Tech aligns perfectly with their vision and will make the conference even better.
We're looking for passionate fan bases, good football tradition, success at sports generally, and then kind of our geographic footprint. We really built on the regional rivalries. And so when you start doing that, it narrows things down. And then you start looking at the data in terms of competitiveness and geography and those things, start having some conversations with some of those schools. It just makes sense that Louisiana Tech is the perfect choice for the Sun Belt.
Ivey says over the years, Louisiana Tech noticed Conference USA drastically changed since they entered in 2013. He says the university for years has waited for an opportunity that simply made sense for them. That opportunity presented itself, and now they see this opportunity as a chance to return to their true selves once again.
As you look at the landscape of college athletics, and as I said earlier, the finances of college athletics has changed drastically over the last 2 years, that this made the most sense, and to me was the perfect fit and perfect opportunity for us because it allows us to get back to who we are.
When Sun Belt CEOs met on Monday to discuss the addition of Louisiana Tech, there were really no doubts this was the right move, both geographically and athletic success.
I think it was really clear to people when you laid out a case in terms of, you think about it, we are adding a football program that have been to a bowl game 8 of the last 11 years, has 3 Pro Football Hall of Famers. There you go, check the football tradition. Baseball is really important to us. 3 40-win seasons in the last 4 years, 3 NCAA regionals. Softball is important to us. 2 NCAA regionals since 2017. Basketball is important to us. Obviously, don't need to talk about the history of success in basketball here. And then we want to make sure that we're playing in our region. We actually got better at something that we really think is valuable. So it's not really, it wasn't really a hard decision in that regard. It's really clear. They allow us to do what we do better, and we allow them to do what they do better. And so it's really a perfect fit in that regard.
There were a lot of factors that played a role in the decision to accept the invite, but at the end of the day, the #1 contributor was the benefits it would have on their student athletes and the atmospheres it will create on game days.
The wear and tear that college athletics has, and especially high-level college athletics, has on these student athletes. And then when you have to jump on a plane and go from, mountain time zone to eastern time zone and all these things, like it takes a toll on your body. And so it's going to allow us to be able to, I think, have more competitive teams as well because our student athletes were going to be fresher than they are currently right now. So I think that's going to be certainly an advantage from a competitive standpoint. And then academically, it's going to lessen the missed class time. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure our student athletes have the opportunity to graduate.
So it's great for our fans to, when we travel, we are going to be going to Virginia occasionally, but most of our travel is going to be easy drive. It's no problem at all to go to Lafayette or Monroe, but certainly Hattiesburg, Mobile, Troy, Jonesboro. Those are easy drives for people that are used to, and they're great locales to go to. Then we do go out to the east. You've got places like Myrtle Beach. You've got the beautiful campus, Appalachian State. You've got some great institutions with great history that it'll be a nice one-off if you want to travel with the Bulldogs or the Lady Texters. So the footprint, the regional footprint, is one of the great enticing factors for this move for us.
It is still unknown as to when Louisiana Tech will begin their Sun Belt schedule, but University President Jim Henderson says this is the start of many great things for the Bulldogs and the Sun Belt Conference.
Well, 10 years from now, we're going to look back and say this is the start of multiple championship runs for Louisiana Tech. We're going to be fiercely competitive. And look, my wife Tanya and I are the biggest, most passionate fans there are. But you're also going to see that college athletics is going to go through multiple changes over the next several years. We know that. I think that being a member of the Sun Belt Conference allows us to navigate those with minimal tumult. I think that we've got great leadership. I think we've got great CEOs at the table. We understand we're in this together. And so these next 10 years are going to be great for Louisiana Tech athletics, and I think all the member institutions as well.
I tell you what, I can't wait for all the regional rivalries coming up here in the very near future. Hey, that's all the time here in The Score. Thanks for watching.
Jaden Maloney.